Imagine a meat so delicious that politicians and police officers are lining up around the block, begging to pay triple the price. But here's the catch, this isn't beef. And it's definitely not pork. The truth is much darker. Welcome to the channel D Billionz family. Today, we're breaking down a horror comedy titled Some Like It Rare, where a failing butcher couple discovers that the most ethical meat on the planet is actually, you'll find out later. Wait, what? Let's dive in. The movie opens on a massive crowd outside a butcher shop in the outskirts of Paris. Business is booming, and giant meat factories are literally going bankrupt because they can't compete with this Iranian sensation. But behind the counter, the shop owners are hiding a secret that would make your skin crawl and your stomach turn. Let's see how this organic nightmare began. Our protagonists, Vincent and Sophie, are passionate butchers. Sorry, I'll call them antagonists. But their shop is a ghost town. Vincent has this habit of massaging the meat, which, honestly, is like watching a middle-aged man try to give a steak a spa day. It just creeps people out. Then, things go south. A group of masked vegan activists trashes the place and throws blood on them. Vincent chases them, pins one down, and unmasks him, but the others beat him up and rescue their friend. Seriously, Vincent? You're a butcher. You should be the one doing the slicing, not getting tenderized like a cheap cut of chuck. Later, they visit their friends, Stephanie and Mark. Sophie is in the kitchen crying about their loan being rejected, while Stephanie comforts her by bragging about how much money they make. That's like a friend telling you they're sorry your car broke down while revving their new Ferrari in your face. During dinner, Mark mocks Vincent's lack of security and hands him a rifle as a gift. Vincent doesn't have a license, but he takes it. He figures those bullets aren't made of cow, so the vegans won't mind that extra iron in their diet. On the way home, Sophie says she wants a divorce because their marriage is boring. Vincent ignores her, until he sees one of the activists from earlier. He reverses the car to teach him a lesson, but he loses control and turns the guy into a human speed bump. Vincent wants to call the cops, but Sophie stops him. She's watched way too many serial killer shows, she's basically a PhD in body disposal. She suggests they copy a killer named Michel Francois and leave the body in bags across the city. No, this is where it gets disturbing. Vincent butchers the body that night. An ear falls, the dog gobbles it up instantly. I guess even the dog wanted a side order of justice. The next morning, Vincent wakes up late to find the meat gone. Mrs. Coinard walks in, raving about the pork Sophie sold her. Wait. Sophie inadvertently sold the human. Vincent tries to persuade her to buy something else, but she's hooked. Sophie gets intrigued and wants a taste too. Unable to tell the truth, Vincent gives her a piece. She loves it. He invents the lie, it's rare pork from Iran. When the customer leaves, he tells Sophie the truth, but she doesn't mind. She thinks selling it is the best way to hide the evidence. Talk about a zero-waste business model. The business is born. That night, Vincent tries it himself. He hates that he loves it. Sophie drops the 1 billion IQ theory, vegans have pure blood, which makes the meat elite. She wants to hunt activists. Vincent says it's immoral. But then, their daughter Chloe brings home her vegan boyfriend, Lucas. He refuses the steak. Chloe refuses to eat too. All their prep wasted. After that, Vincent realizes it's time to turn Lucas into pork. They target a vegan restaurant owner first. Vincent breaks in with a cleaver but chickens out. Sophie decides they need practice. They pretend to be vegans at a protest, meet a skinny guy, and lure him to a parking lot. They rehearse the kill, but the guy shows up with friends. Now they're trapped in a vegan carpool from hell. The vegans ask the couple to raid a meat shop, which happens to be Mark and Stephanie's. Vincent, fueled by pure envy, actually helps trash the place. Later at dinner, they have an ugly fight and Vincent storms off. A waiter hits on Sophie. She bites his tongue when she finds out he's vegan. She lures him home and blackmails Vincent into the kill. Vincent sharpens his knife, but gives up again. Sophie then gets the guy naked and starts seducing him just to trigger Vincent. If this was a rom-com, it'd be the weirdest one ever. It works. Vincent beats him to death, The next day, they visit Mark's trashed shop. The police officer there privately asks to buy some Iranian pork. The killing spree becomes a daily thing. They hike prices and make a fortune. During lunch with Mark and Stephanie, the friends eat the pork. But Mark bites a pacemaker. Stephanie, a former nurse, knows exactly what it is. Is this meat or a battery recharge? Vincent defuses it, but they end up in a physical fight. Vincent bites off Mark's ear and spits it out. Their marriage is saved, but Vincent starts seeing a chubby boy at a festival and imagines butchering him. He realizes he's a psychopath. They run into Lucas, who blames butchers for disappearing vegans. One of the activists overhears and realizes who they are. Outside, Sophie wants to kill a chubby woman. Vincent finishes the job. At night, while butchering her, the police officer knocks. The dog walks behind the officer with a human hand in his mouth. Bad dog. We don't tip the police with hands. Vincent yells at the dog and claims he has PTSD. The officer leaves, but Vincent knows the clock is ticking. The next day, Lucas comes to apologize. Sophie signals for the kill. Vincent refuses and kicks him out. He tells his customers, no more Iranian pork. He and Sophie fight. He leaves with the dog. The vegan group shows up for revenge, ties up Sophie, and beats her. Vincent returns, sees the vans, and enters with a cleaver. With the dog's help, he murders two. One impales his shoulder, but Sophie unties herself and finishes the last one off. The movie ends with their arrest for 30 murders. Mark and Stephanie reported them. They are both sentenced to death. Don't click away yet. Stay for 60 more seconds, because you need to hear this. D Billionz family, listen closely. This movie is a mirror. Vincent and Sophie didn't become monsters because they were evil. They became monsters because they were impatient. They wanted the finish line without running the race, so they started cutting corners, and then they started cutting people. Here is the truth that will stay with you until you're old. The moment you start valuing what someone else has more than your own character, you've already lost. If you have to destroy others to build yourself, you aren't a success, you're just a well-dressed predator and failure. Don't let your envy turn you into a meal for the system. Build your own empire, or you'll end up as a footnote in someone else's. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications and leave a like to help the channel out. Stay sharp. Stay human. I'll see you in the next one.